What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Eterrnal with another video back at you guys. This video, I just want to talk about a quick subject and not spend too much time. It's called Eternal Blue, and you will know what it is. So I was reading a book recently that I just finished. It's called Grey Day, right? And really interesting book that I've read. And if you guys want to check that out, I'll put a link below. And I've learned something from that book in terms of spyware, malware. And one of the interesting things was Eternal Blue, as it was something that played a huge role when it came to resolving the issue with, the WannaCry malware or ransomware, I would say, uh, that are holding PCs hostage till you pay them in Bitcoin. As you know, our channel is a crypto channel, so people you are familiar with those kind of stuff and other cryptos. But yeah, it was mostly WannaCry was paid out in Bitcoin and files were encrypted and stuff like that, and people didn't retrieve their files, and there's to get this sorted out. So to dive into it, Eternal Blue is basically was a Microsoft exploit which was used by the National Security Agency or Alliance in intelligence gathering operations. The exploit, officially named MS-17-010 by Microsoft, gave the U.S. National Security Agency backend access to devices running Windows operating systems like Windows XP and Windows 7, plus maybe Windows 9. I mean not since Windows 8 and Windows 10 that at the time while this is still in place, it's probably also used for Windows 11 as well. So after being aware of the weaknesses in Microsoft's server message block, which is one of the ports, the file sharing protocol for 5 years, NSA finally informed Microsoft of its inexistence. However, by the time they did it, it'd been leaked by a notorious hacker collective known as Shadow Brokers. The leak put millions of users in risk, and the entire analyzed threat posed to the NSA development, maintenance of software backdoors. Eternal Blue, as we see, it was developed by the NSA, and instead of alerting Microsoft to the risk the users faced, the NSA used Eternal Blue to aid in anti-terrorism and counterintelligence operations for half a decade. Eternal Blue is just one example of NSA's use of exploits and software backdoors. Yeah, so we are familiar because FBI created the Tor browser, right? And you have those encryptions and reroutes themselves. So it's no wonder they would have other softwares like this. And this internal blue was something I didn't really know about until recently. And I'd like to share this on this channel. You know, even though it's not a big channel, it could help a lot of people understand about what an internal blue is if they're kind of looking for this information. Anything crypto IT related within this channel, besides being from South Africa and covering just the South African news and a bit of like IT related topics with CPUs and motherboards and stuff. It's good to have a broad aspect because people always be looking for information in terms of exploits and stuff like this, right? So if you guys were looking for more information, let me know below. So we can look into some stuff and some topics that we can talk and share on this channel that could really help uh, you know learn and make the channel more of an IT blockchain crypto space, everything related to networking, IT, cybersecurity, and be what the channel should be. So yes, thank you guys. The Eternal Blue exploit worked by taking advantage of the unsecure server message block protocol, and then it talks about how it allowed Microsoft devices to communicate with other Microsoft systems, carrying out file and printer services, for example, but was vulnerable to manipulation. To carry out internal exploit, attackers just needed to send malicious SMB data packet to a Windows server that had the vulnerability. The packet contained a payload of malware which could then rapidly disseminate to other devices installed with the vulnerable Microsoft software. Once the shadow breakers leaked the exploit in 2017. Hackers took advantage by carrying out devastating attacks and spread a massive amounts of malware. Two notable incidents supply the vulnerability. That's when you can see we start to talk about WannaCry and what WannaCry did with the 230,000 and been infected in 150 different countries. As you can see, FedEx, Dutch banks, and the UK's NHS. Guys, I'm not sure about you, but this is an interesting article when I see the UK's NHS because for the last couple of weeks, or I would say for the last month, the NHS has been axed a lot of times recently. I mean, in back in Australia, the links and the hospitals there, and a lot of NHS hacks have been taking place in the UK recently. So you might want to pay attention to what's possibly going on in there. Comment this channel on what's going on with HSS if you have any information or latest information on that. But I have been paying attention and I've seen a lot of stuff, even in Scotland's part of the agencies, were tampered and messed up with, right? So, and then the coming back to the other ransomware that was also, with Eternal Blue, and they tried to get that was not Petya, which used the Eternal Blue exploit to spread, across Microsoft as well devices in 2017. It installs itself, encrypt data on a host device, and demand a ransom of $300 in return for a decryption key. That's similar to the WannaCry ransomware, with Bitcoin and stuff like that. So much covered in this article. And if you guys found this interesting and you know looking for more stuff, feel free to join the channel. And thank you guys for watching the video. I'm out.